Hey everybody, happy Thursday. It's Caitlin here with Meraki Media Management, and I'm here today with your tip of the week. So this week we've been on the topic of how to really get outside of your comfort zone and when do you know that it's time to take the leap of faith. So for this tip, I really want to share my story and how I got started and how I knew that this would actually work down the line. So first things first, let's start from the beginning. I shared this story a long time ago, so I think it's about time that we reshare it. And this is the very start, the very crux to Meraki. So I graduated from JMU. I moved back home to the greater Philly area with my degree, and I did not want to go into an agency. I've always been one of those people that is a free spirit. I loved college because I could completely control my schedule. I am very type A, and I like to be in control of what I'm doing on a daily basis. That's honestly how I knew that I would be an entrepreneur, because I am not that 9-to-5 person. And it actually gave me more anxiety driving into work than it gave me to take this leap of faith. And I'm not gonna say that either one was good or bad or is for you or isn't for you, because it really depends on who you are as a person, and being an entrepreneur isn't for everyone. So if you take time and you think about what you really want out of life and relax and go internally, you will know if you fall into this or if there's another avenue that you can take to fulfill your life's dreams. So that's exactly what I did. After I launched the Instagram giveaway that grew the nonprofit's following that I was working for from 18,000 followers to 500,000 followers in under a month, we raised a significant amount of money in that campaign. Within that first month, I decided to walk away because I knew that I had something really good here and I had a great experience. So I had to step back, take some time for myself, and figure out what I wanted to do with this and what I wanted out of my life and for myself and for my family. So that's exactly what Sean and I did. We hopped on a plane, went over to Europe for a month and a half, and it was probably one of the best times I could have taken in my life to really step back and analyze how much anxiety and panic attacks I was having while I was working for someone else. And that is the truth. I am just not someone that needs to work for someone else. I love working for myself, and I love working with multiple people because it keeps me energized and excited. So I know that I have that type of personality, but it did take me stepping back for a month and a half and figuring out what my next steps are and what I wanted for that goal and my vision, right? So I come back home and I was very fortunate, word of mouth spread, and I had very few clients waiting for me. And these were smaller clients, so nothing to the point where I could go get a mortgage by myself and move out of my mom's house. Nothing to the point, even in that first month, of where I could cover my first paycheck at my last job. It took me about 6 months to cover my paycheck that I was making at my previous job. And now I actually have surpassed what I would have made at that job after taxes are taken out. So that's something to think about as well. When you're a business owner, there's many hats to wear. So you have to take on a lot of these different ways of thinking and ways of thinking about money that actually helped me level up in life. It's made me think about money differently. It's made me more strategic in my life in general. And it's also made me realize what's really important to me, because my time is so valuable now since I focus mainly on my family and my business. I'm very specific about who I see, who I talk to, and who I spend time with and who I work with, because that is something that can really change your perspective on your business very quickly. So after I came home, like I said, it took me 6 months to really get that revenue up and running. And even then, when you're an entrepreneur, month to month, you never know what could happen, like the pandemic. So I have to say, as being an entrepreneur during this time, it's challenging, but I've actually really liked it because in a sense, I do have job security in a way of knowing that I have something to do every day and I don't have to spend time, applying for jobs or even just sitting at home, I really enjoyed having tasks to do, even when we weren't super busy. So this entrepreneur story is just an avenue for you to recognize that it's never a perfect time to take the leap of faith. I did not have, like I said, I had a few clients, but I did not have a ton of money coming in. My first launch failed, which was supposed to bring in half of my revenue for that first month, and then never ended up happening. So I had to step back, pivot, change. And I think the other thing as entrepreneurs, we have to realize that this does take a little bit of time, because you have to figure out what you want, what your brand is, what your vision is, what you do for people before you're able to explain it to them and start, really marketing those services. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tip of the week. And if you want to learn more about my story, more about how I took this leap of faith, please send me a DM or share this to your story if you know a few people need this little pick me up, or maybe to hear this story for themselves. So thank you, everybody, and I will see you next week.